I'm not really in like
You're
a
killing me.
I'm
When can
sorry.
all right, so all right, just let's do it this way. By the 24th, what can you have?
I'll say at least 300.
Okay, then I'm gonna do this because your balance is so low that even if we should judgment next time we're here, she'll. Okay, so you're gonna have 300, and I want that by the 23rd.
I'm so
Just like my
sorry.
daughter.
Like
She
I don't
just
know how
so,
to answer.
just like my daughter, you wore me down. You just did. It's okay. I'm gonna turn it out to April 24th. 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. Are you going into exams?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. See, that's part of the problem.
Yeah, like I'm
You
actually extremely busy. Like I have exams coming up.
I do not have Brian Montgomery.
David Fanteras, standing in for Attorney Sidney Katz on behalf of the plaintiff. Your Honor, there's a $300 balance, no court costs. So I'd like a judgment for possession with a writ to issue after 10 days, and I will put under further orders, no writ without a hearing.
That is fine. Would you raise your right hand? Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, self you got.
I do. Your Honor, I'm David Fantera. I'm standing in for Attorney Sidney Katz, and everything I just said is true and accurate to the best of my knowledge, information, and belief.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That is by default for possession. Redemption amount is any amount requested with a writ issue of 10. Court does call the case of Barber House versus Trayvon Breck.
David Fanteras for attorney on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name?
Trayvon Modoc.
Your Honor, it's my understanding that he's filed a 539 form, but he told me.
Correct. You filed the rental assistance form? Yes, he did. He gets another adjournment. Go to the 17th. Have you applied through Hawk?
Yes.
You have. Have they told you anything?
No, they just told me to call them, and then they had to fill out a form.
Did they not give you an application date, a date of an appointment, or they told you to pay it and then call back?
They told me to pay. They told me to fill out something online, which I did, and brought it here to the clerk, the county clerk.
It's not my understanding. That's not how it's supposed to work. If you say you're working with your landlord to get it down, they're supposed to give you
I'm
an
also
appointment.
I have a person here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
That was just me. Here's what I'm going to do, sir. So what do you have as a balance?
3832. When are you
Are
going to pay
you
them?
going to be able to get that down?
Yes. Yes.
When?
I'm just waiting. My job that's giving me severance pay told me that they did process the payroll. So they said it was supposed to come any day. So I'm just waiting on to deposit to my account.
Your Honor, I will call Kara at SOS and tell her the situation, and I'm sure she'll let them schedule an appointment so it's not out too far. So hopefully he'll have a date before he comes back next week.
April 7th, 2026 at 3 p.m. All right. So thank you. No, I'm going to blow a gasket before I'm done. Arbor House versus Christina Fairley.
Your Honor.
Hello, Miss Fairley. I'll need a camera, please.
Okay.
Good. Oh, there you are. Okay.
David Fantera standing in for Attorney Sidney Katz on behalf of the plaintiff.
And how much is owing them?
The rent that's owed is $2,026, court costs of $172 for a total of $2,198.
All right. You paid about 700 down on it.
You paid $8.
Okay. So what I will do, she filed a rental assistance form also. I will adjourn this to the 17th, 2026, 3 p.m. Okay, ma'am?
Sir.
Ma'am, have you applied through Hawk also?
I haven't applied through Hawk, but I have savings that I had reached out to through my company that I'm pulling from just a little bit just to cover anything that I don't have for my next
Gotcha.
check that will be arriving on the 16th.
Okay, I got you. Okay, very good. There's a plan in place there.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Okay, we'll see you next week. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Harbor House versus Michelle Fant.
David Fantera standing in for attorney Sidney Katz on behalf of the plaintiff.
Hello, what's your name?
Michelle Fant.
All right, where are we on this case?
Miss Fant gave me a bunch of money orders totaling 2011, which I gave my property manager. That leaves a balance of 1825. So we've done a payment plan under a conditional dismissal that says she's got to pay her monthly rent by the 3rd of the months May, June, and July. And then she's going to pay an additional 609 on 424, 608 on 522, and 608 on 619. And I advised of her rights under the court rule. And the 56-day rule is waived.
Ma'am, is all of that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions regarding this conditional order of dismissal?
Not at this time.
Okay, you sure? All
Uh,
right. And they did apprise you of your rights of your 3-day right
Yes.
of this. He did. Okay. Very good. What I will do then is I will sign off on it. And I will mark this file as conditionally dismissed. All right, ma'am?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a great weekend. Six Trails versus Olivia Berkey. Oh, there she is. All right, state your name, please.
Olivia Berkey.
Thank you. All right, where are we with her?
Her balance, including court costs, is $2,510.
Okay. And Ms. Berkey, how are you intending on getting that paid? She had a plan.
I do have a plan in action. I have a cashier's check to drop off to the office today of $300. And then next Thursday, I'm hoping to pay $500 and moving forward $500 every Friday.
Okay, have they approved working with you on that?
I reached out to their attorney's office, but the gentleman that I called went straight to voicemail and said he's out of town or out of office until today. So I left a voicemail. I've not heard back. The lady at the office that I've been dealing with, she's out of town until Monday, I want to say, if not today or Monday. So I've not heard anything from anybody. I've been trying to reach out to her via email and I've still not received a response back.
Okay.
Your Honor, can I make a suggestion?
Sure.
She's going to make, if I hear her correctly, a payment today and a payment next Thursday.
Mhm.
If you would adjourn this till next Friday at 3:00 and encourage Ms. Berkey to come in person,
Mhm.
then she can talk to either Mr. Katz or somebody representing him. And I'll make sure that whoever appears has the authority to give her as close to what she wants to do as possible.
Okay.
Works good. So I can be in person you said next Friday at 3 p.m.?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And please make those payments so that when we come to court, we can verify them and we can do what you want to do.
Exactly. I will do that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
April 17th, 2026, 3 p.m. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too.
Okay.
Thank you. Harbor Cove versus Joan Davies.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Finding her death for plaintiff.
This is her motion for Simpson.
So what? Okay. One thing. So
Right.
she didn't ship this money. Don't have her checked in. We can pass on it. We can.
What's your name?
I'm Joan Davies. Sorry.
All right. Did you need to talk to her, counsel?
When I first got here, she wasn't here, so we can pass on it so we can at least have.
Okay.
Okay.
You have a problem doing it?
No,
Trying to hand me.
a letter from my doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Have you shown it to Counsel?
Here's her,
I'm-
I just
I'm-
got it yesterday. Otherwise, I've turned it in.
It's okay. So, but you have a copy for
Yes,
counsel.
okay.
All right. Why don't you guys go ahead and talk and then I'll. Court calls the case, Redford West LLC versus Mary Cheatham.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Paul Spaniello, my P number is 72366, and I'm here on behalf of the plaintiff.
Your name
Sorry.
and where are we on this case?
Your Honor, the last time we were here, you ordered us to come to court and present today. The amount of rent owed is $7,850. The court cost, if it was contested, is, I believe, $333.00, which would total, if my arithmetic is correct, $8,183.00. There was it was pled and paid for a money judgment as well, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Jim, what do you have to say to all?
So the last time I spoke with the Miss Shifter, so my plan is, God willing, I'm gonna be out of the house, not this weekend, but next weekend. When I spoke with her, there was talks of possibly working with me to try to avoid the judgment. I don't know where she stands at this point because I didn't get a reply to the last email I sent her. So I don't know where she stands on that right now. If there has to be a judgment.
Judge, I can make it, if you want to pass, Ms. Shifter's in the audience behind me. And it's an email from the defendant. She was going to be out no later than April 15th.
That is correct.
Wow. All right, well, I'll pass it.
Okay, thank you.
It's just gonna take all day. All of them will pass. Court calls the case of South Washington Properties LLC versus Matthew Taylor.
Afternoon, Your Honor. Stephen Jensen appearing on behalf of the plaintiff. And I do not see the defendant both in or outside of the courtroom, and I'm going to move to court for a default judgment.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Your Honor, there is due and owing on this matter a total amount due of $1,720, that includes all court fees. We're asking for a default judgment for possession only. To the best of my knowledge, the defendant is over 18. He's not in the military, and the property has been fit for purpose that it was intended.
All right. Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for my requested writ issue 10 days.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Court calls case Town Center Place versus Viola Hines. They're outside. Okay. I'll pass that one. Peninsula Place versus DeQuan Winter. Oh, I knew you'd be ready.
Oh, I'm ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, all right.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rebecca Austin for plaintiff.
Good afternoon. One winner. I don't either. Oh, he's the one that.
Your Honor, and I may have some insight.
Yes.
So I've been told by the property manager, he has their proof of rental assistance law, which will pretty much capture his entire balance. So could we maybe get a short adjournment just to allow?
When were you told that? Well, what? Holly's in the house? Where is she? Hi, how you doing? All right. When did you receive that?
Oh, no, of the email you received from us.
Got it. Mark this one down because I don't, this sheet is not gonna work. because he's not on there. I'll,
By receive payment, we will dismiss his case. So it's.
yeah, no, I know. Part of it, counsel, is stop sending a person. And so they sent me the sheet, and the sheet is just not, it's not giving me updated information as to what's happening with the tenants. And so I have a lot to say about that, and some of it not very nice. So I'm trying my best to hold it all in. Well, for this block, I let some of it go last block. 3 p.m. So April 17th, 3 p.m. Court calls case Peninsula Place versus Travis Jones.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Rebecca Austin for plaintiff.
I believe I'm just letting him in from for here.
Travis Jones. Need you to unmute and turn on your camera.
I'm here. I was answering their prompt questions. 1 second. Hello?
Hello. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Where are we on this case?
Your Honor, I do not have any insight here. Mr. Jones had applied for rental assistance. I don't know the status of that application.
Not on our sheet.
He's not on the sheet. Mr. Jones?
Yeah, so I spoke with SRC, well, MDHHS. They didn't approve the SRC. They said that they can't help with the amount that it is. And with that, I contacted some people in Hawk. They said they wouldn't be able to help either due to the amount. So I talked with Holly this morning about a situation I had last week. So I was going to make my $500 payment and then pay another $500 today. But I had an instance where I had money on my account that was stolen. So I'm working with investigators to get it back. Besides that, I told her that I would try to make sure I make it to this hearing so I could come to an agreement to how much I can pay and what I can do to catch up on rent.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
All right. Hold on a second. How much do you have owing?
Due rent, Your Honor, $2,641. Court cost of $177.72 for a total of $2,818.72, and that includes April's rent and late fee. So that's the balance at the end of the month.
Yes. Okay. Sir, when you went to Hawk, did they tell you why they couldn't?
It said something about like just the amount, the amount that I had. I talked to some people so I could like not have to schedule an appointment. Because I know some people in there, but besides that, that was about it. I talked to Holly. She did direct me to Michigan Ability or something like that. So I have to look that up on the website. She wants me to go through that to catch up on rent. So I spoke to her today about that.
All right. I'm just trying to figure out what Hawk, did they say the amount was too high?
From the representative I spoke to, yeah.
You're under 3,000.
Yeah, that's where I thought SRC would approve as well, but no luck.
Well, the SER, that's a whole different ballgame. But
okay.
And I have no information on this piece of paper they give us because I don't have a human being that could tell me. That's how many times I've said that. All right. So, sir, here's what I'm going to do. I need you to call back to Hawk.
Okay.
Okay. And tell them they need to give you a specific reason why they're telling you they can't. If I could see it was a sustainability issue or something, but that's not what you're telling me. If they're saying it's an amount, that can't be right. And you should really know why.
Okay.
Follow me?
Yes.
So I'm going to adjourn this out. Make what payments you can make, you make. Okay.
Okay. All right. I'll do that.
And then I'll adjourn this out to April 17th, 2026 at 3 p.m. Okay,
All right.
that's an in-person hearing. All right, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Destiny Burrell.
Rebecca Austin complains, Your Honor.
Okay, there she. Hello. What's your name?
Destiny Burrell.
If you keep your hands in your pockets, he's going to get upset and it's just going to get ugly. Okay. It's the only way I could put it. All right. Where are we on her case?
Your Honor, this is motion set aside at default judgment, but I did meet with Ms. Farrell and we do have a consent judgment and I'll place on the record that.
Okay.
Time to get caught up.
All right.
The pass-through rent is $2,711.95, court cost of $177.72 for a total of $2,889.67. Ms. Farrell is going to pay $500 by April 20, another $800 by May 4, $875.67 by May 18, pay rent and late fee by May 29. She didn't pay $714 into escrow.
Yes.
But they have to release the plaintiff. That will make her whole by the end of May, and I have a proposed consent judgment with her signature on.
Lady, is that all correct? All right. Do you have any questions regarding anything on this judgment?
Not right now.
Pardon?
No, I don't.
Okay. And will you explain your 3-day rights of rescission?
Yes.
All right. Okay, having no questions, I will enter this judgment by consent.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, first thing I will do is I'm going to grant her motion to set aside and then enter the judgment.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls the case Peninsula Place versus Kevon Henderson.
Rebecca Austin for plaintiff, Your Honor.
Oh, he's it.
Sorry about that.
It's all right. State your name.
Kevon Henderson.
All right. And where are we on this case?
And it's in the village
Oh,
for some, to release some fund balance. I don't know the state.
Oh, that's right. You're in the military.
yes.
Which branch again?
Army.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We had that whole thing about that. You be an Army.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's going to come through.
Oh,
Okay. All right. No, I'm going to get off. I'll get off your back. All right. Okay. So where are we, young man?
two things. I have found civilian employment. Second thing is with the family readiness, the thing that's going to pay my rent off for me. I still don't have any information when they're going to pay out. All I know is it's going to be within the April timeframe. But I can
So you
ask them.
You don't know what date they're going to pay. You believe it's going to be some point in April.
It's definitely going to be in April. I just don't know which day, but I can give Peninsula Place, I can ask them to give Peninsula Place information on when it's going to be.
Okay. So you can ask them to do that. All right. What do you want to do?
Can we do a judgment with the writ date of April 30th and give them to the entire month to get it paid? Or do you want to adjourn it again? Whatever the court wants.
Usually people don't tell me that. Young man, how long have you been in the Army?
It's been 4 years now.
Okay, so I'm just going to tell you how I am. If he's out there and he's willing to put his life on the line for that, I'm willing to take the chance that you might appeal me, and I'm just going to adjourn it.
Oh, I'm
All right. Okay.
I do have to tell the court this. April 22nd, I'm gonna be. I don't know if you know. I'm gonna be at a training course. With the
Gotcha.
Army.
All right, the
But
22nd.
I can-
How long is that? How long will you be out?
The course is only gonna be till May 15th.
Till when?
May 15th.
Okay, so you're not going to be available from the 20th to May 15th.
22nd. I've never done this course before, so I don't know how available I'm actually gonna be. But when I get there, I'm gonna work with the court as best I can to keep you guys informed. So I believe I can still take hearings.
All right, young man, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this out to the 24th. I'm going to adjourn it out 2 weeks. Let's see if we can get this paid. If it gets paid, if everything gets paid, it's going to be dismissed. Okay.
Okay.
If it doesn't get paid, then if you are able to be here, that's fine. I'll just be honest with you. I'm not letting anything happen. So, all right. We'll figure it out somehow. All right.
Yes.
All right. So the 24th, what time? At 12 noon.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Thank
young
you.
man.
Thanks so much.
Thank you. Stay safe.
You too.
And
Thank
go
you.
go Army. My dad would kill me saying that, but
Go Army.
no. Go Navy. You know what? I don't want him on my screen anymore. Take care.
You too, sir.
Peninsula Place versus Laura Goodwin.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, back off.
Hello, Miss
I
Goodwin.
apologize. Wait one moment.
It's okay. You're all right. I just need a camera. Oh, now you muted yourself. He doesn't know that.
I apologize. I was currently at work.
Oh, it's okay. It's all right. All right. Well, while you try to, oh, there you are. Okay.
Yeah, I'm right here.
Yeah. Okay. So where are we on this?
Your Honor, she did make a payment since we were together last week. Her current balance is 508.20 inclusive of court costs.
508.20. All right. Young lady, when are you going to get this cleared up?
Okay, so I do have a couple questions. So first, I've been working more to try and get it paid down, and because it is only solely me paying for it, like neither of my parents are able to help me. So I'm trying to currently figure that all out. However, I do have a question because it's just I'm a little confused. So on my end, I see that I owe like four something, and then I noticing I owe 500, but I'm confused. Am I supposed to pay the courthouse for the remaining fees, or am I
No,
supposed
no. You got to pay it all to the landlord.
Okay, okay. So I'm supposed to pay over the amount that I can personally see, because the balance that I see is that I owe. It says 408. I'm pretty sure.
Address.
Pardon?
The balance she pays these is 403.20. And added to that is the $75 statutory attorney fee, plus the $30 late fee that got added today. That's where the 508 comes from.
Did you hear that?
Oh, okay. So I do have a question because I'm literally like kind of working check to everything. I can definitely have everything paid by the end of April. That's not a problem. However, I just don't know if I'll be able to have that extra 100 by next Friday because of how everything is going.
Okay. So, all right, I hear you. Are you from Florida?
No, I actually just visit Florida like when I was in 7th grade. I just have a random Florida hoodie.
Gator thing?
But I'm not from Ypsilanti though.
What?
I'm not from Ypsilanti though, or Washtenaw.
You're not from Ypsilanti?
I am not.
I like people from Ypsilanti.
I'm sorry. I just happen to not be from there.
She could have just told me she's from Ypsi. I would have said, okay.
I mean, I live here. I've been living here for like 2 years now, if that counts.
Ooh, a whole 2 years.
You know, I tried.
I'm just messing with you. All right. So what can you get paid by next week?
For the most part, I can at least have, if not half the balance paid down, at least a little more than half. Ooh, I apologize. Because like I said, I'm trying to stretch myself out and I'm still currently in school. That's really what's making everything uncomfortable for me because I can't work how I want to work because I'm in school full time.
You sound like my daughter.
I'm sorry. That's really the issue.
Says same thing. I've heard it before.
If I wasn't in school full time, I probably would be able to work more to just obtain and just pay it off immediately. But I quite literally cannot.
What are you going to be when you grow up?
I'm going to school currently for my undergrad for psychology with a minor of sociology and social work. And then I plan on going back for my master's as I graduate next year for social work.
She got all that in. Everything. She didn't take a breath.
I did not. I say it so much, so much.
No,
and
it's okay. All right. Okay, young lady. By next week, how much can you have paid?
I'm gonna say for sure like 250, if not 300. I know myself enough to know that.
All right, stop. You're gonna have
Yes.
250.
Yes.
All right. Pay that by the 16th. Can you do that?
Hold up. Let me look at my calendar. I do not want to lie. You know
Okay,
what?
people like.
Sure. I'll just suck it up. Yeah, sure. I'll just suck it up.
Can you have it by the 16th?
Because I was giving some of my utilities, I can probably have 150 by the 16th, but I knew I could have more than that by next week. But if not, I can just suck it up and just kind of give it all. I'm not really in like a.
You're killing me.
I'm sorry.
All right. So, all right. Let's do it this way. By the 24th, what can you have?
I'll say at least 300.
Okay. Then I'm going to do this because your balance is so low that even if we should judge it next time we're here, okay. So you're going to have 300 and I want that by the 23rd.
Okay. I'm so sorry. Like I don't know how to answer.
Just like my daughter, you wore me down. You just did. It's okay. I'm going to turn it out to April 24, 2026 at 12 noon. Okay. Are you going into exams?
Yes, actually.
Yeah. See, that's part of the problem.
Yeah, I'm actually extremely busy. Like I have exams coming up. Like for the last 2 weeks, I'm currently doing stuff with exams right now. And then, like I said, I'm trying to work more, so it's kind of uncomfortable.
Okay. Here, do this. Get the 300 paid. We'll see you in a couple weeks. Do well on your exams. You hear me, young lady?
Yes. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Have
And
a
next
nice
time, don't wear something from Maryland and not Florida. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Jonathan Weathers.
Good morning or afternoon, or Rebecca.
Not checked in. All right. I don't think I've sworn you in. If you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth so help you God. All right. Go ahead.
Your Honor, past due rent is $1,501.67. Court cost of $177.72 for a total of $1,679.39.
Judgment to the plaintiff. That's by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Thank you. Peninsula Place versus Janae Mark.
Austin, persuaded.
Janae Martin, also not checked in. You may proceed.
$1,695.22. Court cost of $177.72 for a total of $1,872.94.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount is in the amount requested with a writ issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Danielle Sexton.
Austin.
Danielle Sexton, not here. You may proceed.
The default judgment for possession only, rent to retain is $647.57. Court cost of $177.72 for a total of $825.29.
Judgment to the plaintiff by default for possession. Redemption amount in the amount requested. Writ issue in 10 days. Peninsula Place versus Isis Cunningham.
Your Honor, in this case, we will be dismissing.
No, that goes in now. I'm sorry, go ahead.
We are going to dismiss the.
Oh, okay. Case is dismissed on plaintiff's motion without.
Thank you, Your
Is that
Honor.
it for you?
It is.
It is. Okay, you do the same. Holly, bye. Ipanema Avis LLC versus Mag Global Holdings, Inc. Are any of my recalls ready?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. Ian Bolton on behalf of Ipanema.
All right.
And I am Cheryl Griffin on behalf of Mag Global Holdings.
Right. And where are we, folks?
So previously, when we had had court, I did not have an attorney.
Yes, that's what I was wondering.
I'm sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes. So you had dismissed it till today. And you had said during that meeting or during that hearing that you would reschedule it for today at 2:00 in person unless you decided otherwise to do Zoom. But we never received an additional summons. So I just remembered that it's today at 2:00.
Right. So here's what happened.
Uh-huh.
Those get mailed out. I'm not in charge of the post office. That's
Certified mail, right?
certified?
But how is that? That's what my summons said before, that it was certified.
No, this would have just been by regular mail.
Oh, we never.
Okay.
That.
They don't.
Okay.
So what you would have had to have done in order to get a Zoom request, you had to file a Zoom or requested period.
Yeah. That's not really the issue for us.
No, it isn't. But all right.
So what I was going to say is that we did retain an attorney.
Did.
Yes, but we didn't have a summons to give to him. He's in court all day today in Detroit. He has tried, and I think Attorney Bolton hopefully can confirm that the attorney Andrew Bean has reached out a couple of times.
Is that right, counsel?
I was actually just looking at my emails right now. I do not see anything from, what's the last name?
Bean, Bean.
Bean?
Attorney Andrew Bean Esquire in Livonia, Michigan.
I do not have any emails from Mr. Bean, Your Honor, but that could be because he just hasn't reached out or hasn't emailed me yet.
Right, exactly. But
Honor, I'm
the
okay.
very fact you gave me a name, she's here, I'm going to adjourn it out. Let counsel talk. All right. So will the 17th or 24th be better for you, counsel?
I'm checking right now, Your Honor. The 17th actually works for me, Your Honor.
All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to adjourn this to April 7th, 2026 at 3 p.m. That's an in-person hearing unless he files for Zoom. Okay. And let him know that time. Like I said, I'm not in charge of the mail. The clerks send it out. But
yeah. No, I understand. I'm not blaming you or anyone. I do have another question based on your little video for legal aid. My
little video.
I'm sorry. Your grand video.
You heard how she put that? Judge, your little video that you put up there. Yeah, go ahead.
No mercy on the court. You're right.
I'm good. I'm good. Go ahead.
But with your wonderful video, giving legal advice. I'm wearing you down like your daughter. Giving you legal advice like your daughter, or excuse me, like you did on your video.
Yeah.
You had mentioned trial by jury, and I've never heard of that regarding landlord-tenant issues.
Yes,
I understand how that works.
Do I understand how that works?
Could I understand? Would you explain to me how that works?
Well, what it is that you would file an answer. You'd have to request a trial by jury, and then the jury, you'd also have to pay the jury fee.
Okay.
So, but I would suggest that you, with your attorney, whether that's the way in which you want to proceed.
Okay. I just had never heard of it, so I thought I'd ask about that.
So we'll be able to explain it. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Attorney Bolton.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bolton, what did you think about my little video? No, don't answer. Never mind.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Pierce Lake Village Association versus Tenants. This is the one.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Nick Boutros on behalf of the plaintiff.
Travis Gagne on behalf of defendant, trust, and the tenant.
All right, where are we on? I hope we got to the point that I am not going to hold the neighbors today. That's not how they're set by this court. Never have. But where are we on this?
That's fair enough, Judge. Witnesses still came just in case. Still not resolved. So I think we need to set this for trial.
Sure. I mean, I can't disagree with the fact that it isn't resolved. I don't know, based on our last hearing, if it's worthwhile having a motion on this. I don't know if it necessarily needs discovery or whatnot. I think that, you know, in this case, there was no request to remove the tenant. Everything has been cured. I think that can be cut out on motion and the case dismissed.
Your Honor, the complaint does request repossession and eviction of the tenant.
No, I know that's the request. I'm saying the cure letter did not, and everything in the cure letter has been cured. So I don't think it's a matter of law. This needs to go forward.
What are the fundamental issues?
Fundamental issue, Your Honor, is that we have a tenant that is creating extreme noise by hitting the walls, throwing things. There have been over 13 police visits to this unit owner. He's evaded pretty much every one of the encounters with the police, except the one where he was found on the street behind a post office. The Center for Community Health has tried to get a hold of this individual to see what's going on. There's several noise complaints. And
has CMH been in touch with the person?
Not that I'm aware of, Your Honor.
Are you aware as to whether or not the individual is a CMH consumer?
No. Why CMH is involved, I do not know. But there have been welfare checks as depicted in the police reports. It's been going on since 2024. I did talk to the tenants that are next door to him that share a common wall, and this is still going on today. So to say that this is resolved,
as I recall, the trust is actually
correct,
and the tenant, the individual that you speak of, is a tenant of the trust.
Correct. Upon information and belief, we also believe it's the son of the trust administrator. It's the trust of the James Heaton Trust, and we believe that the tenant is the son of James and Elaine Heaton, or Ellen.
And you're saying this is a 30-day, but there's a lease, correct?
I don't know if there's a lease.
Okay, but right, you probably wouldn't. Is there?
You have a copy of the lease?
There is no lease.
No.
Well, what do you mean there is no lease? But you guys wouldn't know. You wouldn't be.
We wouldn't know. We're the association.
Privy to the lease.
Right. Defendant's counsel would know, or may be able to get that information.
But you're seeking to evict pursuant to what ground, I guess?
Violation of the master deed and bylaws of the association pursuant to the Michigan Condominium Act. And that's specifically MCL 559.212, which allows the association to evict a tenant or co-owner based on violations of, or to initiate eviction proceed based on violations of the governing documents. Governing documents here prohibit unreasonably noisy activities. And as either the testimony or the affidavits will show, is that the tenants next door have been dealing with this issue for over a year, where it's prohibiting them from sleeping at night. The police have come to the scene, observed significant holes in the wall. The door is damaged. The door frame is damaged. And they have as well observed reports of screaming as well from this individual.
Yeah, but the damage to the premises, that's not the association's issue.
Well, it's still a violation of the bylaws to maintain the unit in good condition. But the main issue here is the noise.
Your Honor, that's not been alleged in the complaint or in any of the demand letters. There's been an allegation in the demand letter, which was attached to the complaint, that the door frame, exterior side of the door frame be fixed. That was fixed within the allotted time that was in the letter. That has been cured.
The door frame was not fixed.
Ma'am, that's not how I work here. I need your name so the record, since you interrupted counsel.
Sorry, Your Honor. This is
Cameron Seacott.
the representative of the property management company.
Go ahead, counsel. What were you saying?
My understanding is that the door frame was fixed when it was requested. The exterior part of the door frame, again, to Your Honor's point, anything on the interior of the unit should be between the owner and the tenant themselves. There are no allegations as to common elements that have been damaged here. Responsible this is between the tenant and the owner. I will also note that in the police reports that have been provided, there have been no citations, there have been no prosecutions on this, there have been nothing good on this. Police coming out, the reports themselves, I haven't been able to find anything where they've observed noise into the unit themselves or itself. That in the report, belligerent or loud police officers in that report, they let him go after talking to him on his own recognizance.
Judge, we have one of the officers here today. There's been a noise ordinance violation issued specifically on November 9th, 2025. There was another.
To whom?
To the tenant. Which I don't have the name because the FOIA records are blacked out. But it is issued to the tenant. There was another violation that was issued on noise violation on November 20th, 2025, but that was dismissed for lack of evidence by the prosecution. When they, on October 31st, 2025, when the police were able to make contact with this individual when he was found walking down US 12 and hid behind a post office, I believe it was a dumpster. When they asked him what the noise was, he just said that he was not going to answer.
Okay. And what am I supposed to do with that?
I mean, there are reports of
the citizen in the United States and the police officer walks up to him, asks him a question.
Correct.
Saying
I'm not
answer.
No, I'm
okay.
Still can invoke his Fifth Amendment right to.
Well, I don't know if it's Fifth Amendment. I don't just have to talk to you if I don't want to.
Either way, Judge, there have been noise violations issued by the police department.
So what's happened to those noise violations?
There's the November 9th, 2025 noise violation. I do not know. I don't have those records. The November 20th was dismissed.
What's the name on the violation?
It's blacked out.
Your Honor, I can look into the November 9th one. My understanding was that any violations have not been prosecuted because there's been no evidence to support them. So
Well, that's what I'm trying to get. And right, if I had a name. Tenant. So, but the noise violation wouldn't it have been entered in the owner's name?
Not if the tenant is the one causing. Perhaps the police could have issued a violation against both, because ultimately the landlord
Oh,
is
did they?
responsible. No, not that I'm aware of. But that's something we can flush out with testimony, Your Honor, from the police department.
Well, but you want the officer to testify? Did you ask him? I mean, I don't think these are really hard questions. I don't know what this has to be a mystery. I'm trying to figure out, are there citations that exist out in the Chelsea, well, they would be out in the Chelsea court, that substantiate the noise complaints? Question mark. Is there?
Well, there are police reports where the officers have observed screaming by this tenant, and every time they knock on his door, he goes silent and doesn't answer the door. They can't force entry. And we do have one of the officers here today who has a significant history with this tenant.
Okay. That doesn't answer my question. I understand that the officer may be able to testify as to certain things.
I have not asked the officer these questions yet, Your Honor, because this is the first day I've met Officer Kasser, and I have not questioned him. The Chelsea Police Department does not permit conversations outside of a subpoena. That's what we were informed by their subpoena department.
What?
When we asked for a conversation with the officer, we were told that we have to subpoena them. And the only way to issue a subpoena is to get him to appear to court. We don't have discovery open, so we could not take deposition.
All right, let me just tell you this. I don't know what you did, but I think if you wanted to talk to one of their officers about something, I don't. If you said they want you to testify, then they may have said, that's not happening without a subpoena. I could see them saying that. But if you wanted to have a conversation with an officer, I've never heard of the Chelsea PD doing. I've never heard of any PD in this county doing that.
Neither have I, Your Honor. But this is what
Chelsea was different.
This is what happened. This is the email string I read. We asked for a phone call, and they said you have to issue a subpoena.
It's my day. Okay, but I'm trying to figure out the citation. So I'm sitting here right now. Nobody's asked about any citations, noise complaints, or really? I mean,
have reports of noise complaints from the tenants that live next door to him who are here today as well.
Okay, but
who are most affected by this.
I understand that, but there are plenty of circumstances where neighbors don't like each other and they're complaining back and forth. I thought that there were citations that had been issued in this case.
There have been.
Okay. Have they been adjudicated? I mean, you keep answering that. Can you find it? Do you think you can find it? Have at it, because nobody else is giving me an answer. I mean, and I'd ask the officer, but apparently talk. I'm kidding.
He is subpoenaed.
You have him? Mr. Allen, can you? Thank you, officer.
Judge, the citations attached to our Exhibit 5.
I saw what you filed, but you got a citation. You have it. Well, hopefully you really you here. Got it. Okay. This one hasn't, I got one number 25352. That one has not been adjudicated. That was allegedly offense date of November 9th, 2025. That has not been adjudicated. And there is a warrant on that case for a failure to appear because apparently a misdemeanor citation is issued. There is another one, 6-3. This is more recent. 0106 with an offense date of January 4th, 2026. That is set for arraignment April 20th, 2026 before Judge Fresh Allen. No, Mr. Allen. The officer is respect. And thank you, sir. So really we're gonna need to have a hearing date. That doesn't sound to me like you're in the final settlement conference. You indicated you wanted to file a motion, counsel.
I mean, whatever the court's preference is here, if you want to move it towards another hearing or if you want to have it be a motion hearing, I'm amenable to both.
Well, are you intending on filing one or, do you know?
I would like to move this towards the final resolution. I don't want to, if the motion moves it forward, then great.
Why don't I set this for a non-jury trial? And if in the interim, counsel, you want to file a motion, certainly I will state this on the record. You can file a motion. I will shorten any response time to 10 days before the trial date. It can be set on the same date as trial. I'll just hear it.
Hearing on the same day as trial.
If there's a motion that's filed, then it needs to be filed at least 10 days before the date I'm about to give you. That way I can get a response and then I will address the motion on the date of trial.
Actually. And then the response would be due.
Okay, here's how this works. If he files it, your time frame for responding is 10 days. Okay. So if it comes to me the day of the trial, I'll read it. I'll be able to analyze it and answer it.
Okay. Well, I may file a motion as well, Judge. I just want to.
Okay, same rules apply.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
Set the 5th. But I'll set it, if it works for council, schedules May 5th, 2026 at 9. And
9 Your Honor?
Yes.
That works for me.
That works.
I'll make it work, Your Honor.
And the witnesses, I know you guys are down here under subpoena. Is that going to work? Is anybody going to have a hardship with that?
May 5th.
No. May 5th, 9 a.m. Great. Thank you, folks.
Your Honor. Have a good
Thank you,
weekend.
Judge.
Once I get, I will. All right. Yeah, no, I don't know what that was. I mean, I'll figure it out by the 5th, the 4th. The 5th. Linden Park Apartments versus Dennis Fernandez. Oh, he's here.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Norman Whitty appearing on behalf of the plaintiff, Linden Park.
Your name, sir?
Dennis Fernandez.
All right. Is it Mark that he does? Are you gonna need an interpreter?
I understand. I got it.
Pardon?
No.
No? So your English is, okay, if you don't understand something, you gotta let me know.
Okay.
So we'll try to get through it.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm pleased to report the parties have met and agreed to a conditional dismissal. In this case, I'd be happy to put those terms on the record.
Yes.
The parties agree that on or before April 27th, Mr. Fernandez will pay $2,300. That's his rent through the end of April. Court costs in this matter are $159.27. Total amount to retain $24.89.27. We discussed that as long as he pays that, the case will be dismissed today. It'll stay dismissed. If he doesn't, we'd have the right to come back to court without notice or hearing and obtain a judgment or of eviction. Partial payment wouldn't prevent that. He went over his rights under MCR 4.201J, after which he signed the agreement, if I may approach.
Yes. Sir, is all of that correct?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any questions regarding this?
Not.
All right, thank you. I'll indicate that this is conditionally dismissed. And I will sign it. And if you need a copy, you can pick it up front.
Okay.
Okay?
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
In this intense courtroom moment, multiple tenants stand before the judge, each one fighting to keep their home. Some owe thousands in rent, others are just trying to buy time, waiting on paychecks, assistance, or second chances. One man explains he's waiting on severance pay just to catch up. Another says money was stolen from his account. And a young student breaks down explaining she's working, studying full-time, and struggling to keep up with everything. The judge listens carefully but doesn't hold back frustration. At one point, you can hear it clearly. I'm going to blow a gasket before I'm done. Yet, despite the pressure, the judge shows balance, giving extensions, setting payment plans, and pushing people to take responsibility. In one moment, he even gives a struggling student extra time, telling her to focus on exams while still holding her accountable. This courtroom proves something real. Life doesn't always go as planned, but excuses alone won't save you. You need action. Do you think the judge was fair or too strict? Like and subscribe for more real courtroom moments.